Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a story time, where I'm gonna tell you a story about a time that I started my period. If you don't already know, I mean it's in the title. That's probably why you click on this video. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let me tell you the background of this, because I mean not the background, just like stuff you need to know so you know like how I felt and stuff. When I was a 6th grader, I was fat. I always wear this jacket. It had an A on it and it was pink, and I got it because me and my friend were in a talent show together. And okay, so I would always wear that because I was fat. Like, I didn't want anybody to know I was fat. I mean, everybody knew I was fat because I mean you could see I was fat, but I didn't want to know people know that I was fat. Anyways, I don't know how to explain that, but yeah. So I was fat and I used to eat Takis, chips. I always had chips. I always had a snack. So I had this friend and she came over and I had bought Takis for us, and she was on her period, right? She already had started her period, and I was like, hey, you want Takis? And she was like, no, not really, like I don't feel like having Takis, like, you know, like I just don't feel like having Takis. I was like, who doesn't want Takis? Like, just eat them. Like, what are you doing? I'm offering you Takis. Take what I'm giving you. And then my mom was like, well, sometimes when you're on your period, Alyssa, you don't crave a lot of things. And I was just like, what the fuck? I don't want to ever start my period, because I was in love with Takis. Like that was my other lover. Like, I was in love with Takis. That's why I was so fat. So I was always scared to start my period. So one day, it was on Christmas break. I know, it was 6th grade. It was on Christmas break because it was like 3 or 4 days after my birthday. Okay, we're all watching a movie downstairs. It was my uncle came over, my mom, me, like everybody. I think it was everybody. I don't remember who exactly there, but I remember it was everybody. We're watching a scary movie. We're getting ready to watch a scary movie, and oh my gosh, I think it was like The Conjuring or something. I don't know. But anyways, I go upstairs because I needed to pee. Like, I felt like I needed to pee, so I went upstairs to go use our restroom. Because there's one downstairs, but I didn't want to use that one. I went upstairs to go use our restroom, and when I went upstairs to use our restroom, I peed, right? I peed, I did my business, and then I wiped. When I wiped, I saw blood, right? I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I was like, okay, I wasn't scared. I was just shocked because I didn't want to start my period at all. Like, anyways.
It was like a sad moment for me. Like, why would I start my period right now? Like, Bernie, a 6th grader? Like, why is God doing this to me? Like,
no, but when I wiped, I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to tell my mom, right? And keep in mind, everybody's downstairs. Everybody's like, I didn't want my uncle to know. Like, everybody was downstairs. I didn't want anybody to know. So I go, Mom, I need toilet paper. She was like, there's some under the sink. I was like, no, there's not. There's like none under the sink. And she was not getting the hint. She was like,
I just bought some. Like, there should be there. Like,
she was like saying all this stuff, and I was like, just go upstairs. I was like, just give me toilet paper. I need toilet paper, right? So she sends my sister up with a roll of toilet paper, right? And I tell my sister, call Mom and tell her it's an emergency. So she goes downstairs. She calls Mom. My mom goes up. She's like, what's so big? What happened? And I told her, I started my period. And she goes, no, you're lying. I was like, no, I'm not lying. And she was like, Miha started her period. It was so embarrassing. Like, she started calling everybody, like my grandma, my other grandma, my freaking dad. Like, she called everybody. She told everybody, like everybody knew. I was like that's not what I wanted. Like, I didn't want anybody to know. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I felt like that was so embarrassing. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was embarrassing. So I was sitting on the toilet, right? She was calling everybody. I was like, when are you about to give me like what I need? Like, at the time I didn't know what I needed, so I was like, oh, how do I, you know, like, what do I do? She was like, put this on your underwear. Like, she was explaining to me everything. I was like, okay. So I walk out and I'm like, it felt so uncomfortable. I remember I felt like I didn't want to wear, it felt like a diaper. Like, I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, oh my gosh. Like, it was, I don't know. And then the next day, oh my gosh, I had the biggest sickness, because I get sick so bad on my stomach. Like, I start on my stomach, on my period, like I start throwing up, all this stuff. Like, it's so annoying. I have to deal with it like every month, like on the 2nd day of my period. It's so annoying. But I remember I was like feeling sick and I kept calling my mom, my dad, and my mom was like,
it's just cramps, like take some pills, da-da-da.
And I was like,
but Mom, you don't understand, like this hurts. Like
she was like, no,
sweetheart, I understand, I've been through like labor and stuff like that.
I was like,
you don't understand, like it does hurt.
Like I was crying, I was a wreck, and I was like, oh my god, it was so dumb. But yeah, that was the first time I started my period, guys. You know, sixth grade, it all went down. Like I was a woman. I'm just kidding, no I wasn't. Well yeah, it was. I think that's what it is, right? Like you become a woman after you start your period. Like, that was my biggest fear of like not eating Takis ever again. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. That's my freaking YouTube video. My first time starting my period. Okay, yeah guys, thanks for watching. Bye.
This be a letter to my future self. Watch how you use your wealth, cause even when you iced out, still